Who? Yahushua. Spiritual. As the earthly, such are they that are also earthy. And as the heavenly, such are those that are heavenly. As we have borne the image of the earthy, his flesh, right now, we also bear the image of the heavenly.
Yep.
New bodies.
Yep.
That's what we're waiting for. No sicknesses, no pains, no knee aches, no backaches, no evil thoughts. Verse 50, now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High. So your flesh, this flesh and blood we have, it's not going into the kingdom. It's not going into them chariots. Before we go into the chariots, Lord willing, this flesh is going to be completely renewed. Neither doth corruption inherit incorruption, because that would make no sense. How is something that's corrupt going to inherit something that's incorruptible? Something that's corrupt. These bodies are defiled. So how can you put something that's defiled in incorruption? Incorruption is pure. Incorruption is righteous. Incorruption is 100%. No stain, no blemish. So for us to put on the incorruptible, guess what would need to happen? Our mind would need to be renewed completely. Completely.
Yeah.
1 verse 51, behold, I show you a mystery, a secret. We shall not all sleep. All the brothers are not going to die. The sleep is just what? Death, resting. But we shall all be changed. In a moment. In a twinkling of an eye. It's like when you open your eye and you close it. That's a twinkling. You can't even put a second on that. At the last trumpet, which the angels are going to blow. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible. And we shall be all changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. Immortality means forever. Not subject to hurt. Not subject to pain. Okay, not getting out of breath. You're sprinting, you're getting out of breath. We ain't going to have none of that. Complete righteousness.
Yeah.
So when corruptible shall put on in the incorruption, and this mortal have put on immortality, and that word mortal goes from mortal, mortuary. That's why when you go to a funeral, what they say, you got to visit the mortuary where dead bodies are. So we're living in mortal flesh.
Yeah.
You pinch yourself, you put your hand on the stove, which I'm not recommending you to do, you're going to feel pain. You bang your toe, you're going to feel pain. We're not going to have that in the kingdom. We're going to have flesh, but we're going to be immortal.
Yeah.
It's going to be, man.
You got more there? You got more? You're reading down?
I'll leave it, I'll let you, yeah, because there's more.
Alright, there's a bit here, right? It says, as we are born the image of the earthly, we shall also bear the image of the heavenly. So we're going to be able to, if you like, transform. When you think, what comes to mind is like that. We could appear angelic at the same time, because it says we are born, as we are born the image of the earthly, we shall also bear the image of... Yeah.
This is 1 Corinthians 15 and 49.
Yeah.
As we have borne the image of the earthly, we shall also bear the image of the heavenly.
Yeah. The body like Silver Surfer. Yeah. Because I've meditated. The Bible talked about meditating terror. I thought about this I can remember being really young, just thinking, boy, imagine if I had that. Silver Surfer, Martian Manhunter. He can transform. He can phase through walls, just walk through walls. He could disappear. He could transform into his original form is of a dragon, but when he puts his form on, he can make himself be as a man. He can transform into anything he wants, and be that in appearance and look the part. So that's transforming, phasing. That's the kind of spirit. And there's other things I haven't thought of. That's when you think about that, being able to do that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. So when I think about getting to camp on Saturday, I don't think about my pain, man. I'm not saying that you can't have your days off when you're really ill, but I try to think about what I'm getting in the future. I try to just, and then I take my medicine, obviously, because we're in the flesh, man. Yeah. Do the best I can, man.
Beautiful said by Ariel. So yeah, we gonna get them powers. And I think of X-Men. What's it? The Iceman.
Oh yeah.
Iceman.
Yeah, Iceman. He can transform anything with anything to do with ice. He can harden the water. He can see anything. He can manipulate anything to do with the ice. But he's limited still, you know. When you like, if you're of the fire.
Yeah, because he's an element. Yeah,
Yeah, you
that's
know.
what you're saying.
We're gonna be above all them man there.
But you know what? Having spiritual power, you'll be able to turn yourself into ice to fire.
Yeah, that's it. That is it. Anything manipulating the elements is not just being able to be one of one kind. This is what he's talking about, man. We can't comprehend even now in these bodies. Our mind can't comprehend it. You know, that's one of most. Anyway, I got a precept. Bring what you bring out.
Well, now, but we're jumping on John 14. Let not your heart be troubled. So we're not supposed to be troubled in these times. I know we think about the martial law, we think about what's to come. But look, the elect, they're already signed, sealed, delivered. Like, what's that? Who says that's Stevie Wonder? Signed, sealed, delivered. The elect. They're just playing things out in the flesh. It's already been played out in the spirit. It's been written. That's the whole meaning of prophecy. It just needs to be played out in the flesh, and the elect, it's been written for them to overcome everything. So don't be troubled. You believe in the Most High? Believe also in me. I love the way Yahweh speaks. He's saying, well, you believe in the Most High, Yahweh? Believe in me. Because he sent his son, Yahweh Shai, to die for your sins. So if you believe in the Heavenly Father, you're going to believe in Yahweh Shai. In my Father's house are many mansions. And when you go into that word mansions, it's abode, dwelling places. That's another thing as well. You got the latest, what's his name? Elon Musk. The other individual, I forgot his name, Bozo or whatever his name is. And Richard Branson.
Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah. And Richard Branson, yeah.
Yeah. Which I don't believe in none of that. I believe when you actually looking at it, it looks like something from the cinema.
Right.
You know? Virgin
Galactic.
Right, yeah.
And they've got the blue arrows on now. The Bezos dealing with the blue arrows on. That's his space race. And you got the Virgin Galactic. They're both competing, you know. Don't let them, you know. That's Esau competing with that's sibling rivalry within themselves.
Yeah.
They're calling it a space race with all the most richest people. So, you know.
Esau's a madman.
Yeah.
But you want to do that, but you can't even look after the earth. But you want to go to space.
That's right.
This man's...
Can't cure the diseases that people got. And they don't really want to anyway, do they?
No, you know what? That big the difference. They can, but yeah, you're right. They don't want to. And that's the spirit, because I was doing a lesson on that yesterday.
You
know, most of these trees around us, they got healing properties. If you actually know what you're dealing with, they got healing properties to heal you. But Esau has taught you, just go to his pharmaceutical companies, let them give you some poison, take the tablets, next thing you're addicted to the tablets, you got a headache, and next thing you're in the hospital, next thing you can't get out of hospital, you're having seizures, next thing you're in a deathbed. Now what, the funeral parlors, they're making money off your death. It's all corrupt. This world is all corrupt. That's why we need a new kingdom. We need a new kingdom.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why you see animals, cats as well especially, eating on grass. Even they know grass is natural, grazing.
Yeah.
And they throw it back up because it's got healing properties for them.
Yeah. It washes their teeth as well. They know it washes their teeth white. Dogs do that. They just chew on it because it cleans their teeth. I remember hearing that from a young age, man. You know?
So Esau, he has our people way removed. That's why I'd rather be in nature. Obviously, I'll go out into the highways and byways, but it's just a demonic vibration. Wolves, cars, pollution, chemtrails. Esau, he's done studies, 50 years of studies.
Yeah.
Longer, what am I talking about 50 years? Hundreds. Back from World War I, ready from 776. Of what to do, how to separate you from your maker. Bricks, building with bricks. Bricks don't have no life to it. Having people huddled up in these cities. And that's why when you go to these cities, what the vibration is very demonic, especially these main cities.
Yep.
You feel it. Then as soon as you go into the wilderness, it's like, oh man.
A lot of it, as you were saying about the trees, when you hear about the tree huggers, right, which they got that from Gad and most of the, you know, the so-called native Indians, which are the northern tribes, hugging trees. There's Edomites doing that now, because the trees give off energies, healing properties. Not even, yeah, when you get into the leaves and thing, yeah, it goes even deeper. But just hugging them because they give off energy. Right. That's why we feel good when we step out. That's why Mosai, through the Mosai, allow me to get a place a little bit close to this, you know, because he knows my spirit, you know. I get frustrated, I pick up energies. So I need to be around nice energies,
yes.
You know.
Yes. Speaking of that, let's quickly go to, speaking of energy, let's go to Ephesians 6. Because that's, everything is energy. We're energy. Trees have energy. Even this grass has energy. And that's what Esau deals with, because Esau deals with something called esoteric knowledge. He studies energy.
Yeah, calm.
You know? And he channels energy.
Yeah.
Negative energies. Negative frequencies. You ever been in your household and you hear like a zzz?
Oh yeah.
In the air.
Yeah.
Like it's very mellow. You won't. It's not loud. It's very, very subtle.
Yeah.
But if you're very sensitive to energy, you're gonna hear that.
Yes.
That's him. What? Putting them what? It's like gamma rays.
Yeah.
Out into the air. Radio waves.
Yeah. The dog next door. When you hear dogs just going, woo, that's them getting it, because you hear about dog ears or dog sounds. Dogs pick up energies, sounds. What they call it, there's a thing called a dog whistle. I don't know if you hear about it nowadays. Dog whistle, where it's, when you blow it, it's no noise, but the dogs hear it. A dog whistle, you're just blowing it, there's no noise. You can still get them today. Going in one of the pet shops, talk about dog whistle. They say, yeah, really? Okay. And you blow it, there's no noise, but it comes out for the dog as a whistle. Yeah. So they're sensitive to sound and other things, as you said, energies that we don't know. And sometimes brothers, which we're going to get in, which we're going to realize about ourselves. Why sometimes you feel depressed and all things like that for no reason. Sometimes you could have dealt with a woman. You think she pretty and ting, but there's energies on that woman which are demons.
Oh, you're right. If I may, that's why you got to be careful who you lay down with. You ready? When you're laying down with a woman, you're taking her energy. She's taking your energy. This is real. The whole energy thing. We're speaking of the scripts. We're not talking about Esau. We're talking about there's energy to everything. So when you're laying down with a woman, you're taking her energy. Yeah. So if you ever think why you may be weighed down or spirit stealing, you got to be careful who you're giving your energy to.
Yeah. Which you do. A man's got to do what he's got to do, but you have to be cognitive of what the effects that it can have on you. There's ways you can deal with it. Obviously, a man's got to have testosterone, because really the man's spirit is more dominant than the woman's spirit. But because the Apostle Tahai Kabbalah usually says we have to dance to the sound of their tune in this kingdom, because of the vibration. It's a feminine vibration. In our kingdom, they're going to be dancing to the sound of our tune. Yeah,
everything is vibrations, like everything. I hope I don't sound like one of them black unconscious comedians. Anyways, yeah, let's go to Ephesians 6, and we stay on point. We go straight to verse 12. Actually, I'll stay on verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord Yahweh Shai. So we need to be strong daily.
Right, calm.
And in the power of his might, because he's mighty to save. Put on the whole armor, not some. All of it. And the armor is the scriptures, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. So the wiles are the tricks, the shenanigans. Devil means deceiver. So what are the wiles of the devil? There's many. And one of the wiles that we're talking about is frequency. Frequency. You got the 5G, the towers, and Esau's putting them up, and he puts them up somehow cunningly. Yeah. He hides them behind particular buildings. All these things, and what does it cause? It caused the birds. There was a clip in Jamaica about a year ago, where birds were they were attacking the 5G tower. I think it was Jamaica. They were attacking the 5G tower.
I remember them.
Because they even know something isn't right. It gives you nausea. It gives you headache.
Yeah.
You can't get to sleep properly, and I would say to brothers as well, if you got your phone on, any device, switch it off before you go to sleep. and you may want to switch off your Wi-Fi. Because if Wi-Fi goes through the walls, it travels through the walls. So can you imagine what it's doing when you have that phone to your ear? Oh man, this is why this devil, he's got a lot to pay for.
I remember years ago when phones were more, there was more of a new thing. When they was doing research, they said that a lot of people getting headaches, but they don't realize they're giving themselves brain cancer. It can develop into brain cancer. But that's all, it's all judgment anyway. When you hear about a man, or what's his name, Johnny Cochran, he died of testicular cancer, and they're saying he was having his phone down too low to his, that part there, his rod. Mm-hmm. So, and the microwave too. So, it's all relating back to what you're saying, man. But it still goes back to judgment anyway. The most I said, some man gonna eat poison, and it ain't gonna get them. That's
spiritual.
Mark.
A good example here, the microwaves.
Yeah.
Okay, that wasn't designed for your good. People say, yeah, it's quick, microwave. No, microwaves. Micro. Okay. You're actually burning, everything that's good, you're actually burning it. Okay, not in a good way.
Right.
You cook by oven or grill. Okay, and you can make your own grill. You have a pan, you put sticks out on it, you can cook like that. Okay. The individual just said science class. Yeah, this is a science class. This is the real science.
That's right.
Yeah? What does science mean again? What is it?
To know.
To know.
And we know. We're 100%. GMS, we got the 100% to know.
The brother just said that. Science. Aye, yeah, we are. Which goes back to what? Chemistry. What are real chemists? See, you have chemists on the left-hand side. They mix potions. And you have the chemists on the right side. And to be to do with chemistry, you have to know the balance between the molecular structure of two things. Too much of one thing is bad. Like, even I've realized, greens. You can eat cabbage, you can eat broccoli. I've had times where you're eating too much broccoli, you feel sick. Everything's balanced. Everything. But I don't want to veer off topic. Where was I again? You were mentioning Ezekiel. Jumping around a lot. But you know what? Before we go to that, let's go to Ephesians 6. Finish off on this. Ephesians 6 and 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. So our battle is not against the people you see, but it's against the spirits that are on them. But against principalities. Principalities are the heaviest level of spirits that are out here. We're not, you know the average person next door that may be talking shit to you? He's no one. Principalities are the highest forms of demons out there. So we definitely need Yahweh Shai, because you can't fight them spirits alone. We can't fight them spirits alone. And against powers. What powers? The powers of this world. Okay, and the powers is what? Technology. Esau science. The chip. The RFID chip. Which is going to implement, I know this of heart, Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls it all, both small, great, rich, poor, free, bond, to receive a mark in their forehead. And whoever does not have cannot buy nor sell. See, brothers have got some of these scriptures down packed, because we're going to need to have it down packed in these times. That's Esau science. Esau science is on the left-hand side. AI. Artificial intelligence. 6-7 years ago, you didn't know about that. Well, we knew about it, but we were laughing at the idea of these things.
Yeah.
Now you can just tap your Oyster, you're on transport, tap your phone. I'm seeing people buy things with their phone now. Yeah. Everything's bought with phone. You don't need your cards. That's setting people up. This is real. Watch Demolition Man. It's one of my favorite movies because it's so realistic of what's about to come. When Demolition Man, Wesley Snipes is banging on the machine. And he started swearing. And the machine started saying, would you stop swearing? Would you stop swearing? That's a reality. The producers know. They're in. See, they're in the higher echelon of the New World Order. Would you stop banging the machine? So that's what we're leading to. It's going to be man versus machine. This is what time you're approaching. And those that don't have that chip, they're going to be off the grid. Labelled what?
Oh yeah.
Enemies of the state. Terrorists. Oh, why don't you want to check the chip? You got something to hide? You must be an enemy of this. This is where it's going to get to. So brothers have to be built up. Because look how people are acting over the mask. You go to Psalm 64. Look how people are acting just over a mask. They're looking at you like you got two heads if you don't have a mask on. Some people are shaking their head. Okay? Some people are actually phoning the police. I've seen it. If you don't have a mask on. Which that mask is what, suffocating you. It's stopping your breathing.
Yeah.
And that mask has got toxins in it. I forgot the name. What you breathe in.
Oh yeah, what is it again, man? I remember what
Is it carbon?
Carbon monoxide.
Yes. So you're breathing it in. And that's why you see people, they look bugged out. They're breathing it. And they look like they want to pass out.
Yeah.
Because you're breathing in poisons. When your whole body, again, the molecular structure, science, this is why, again, your body, it deals with bacteria every single day. I have bacteria on my skin now. But if you're always washing your hands all the time, cleaning your skin, then you're not building up your body to
Immune
fight
system.
off the bacteria.
Yeah.
Because you're always washing your hands and all that.
Yeah.
That makes your immune system weak.
Weak, yeah.
So sometimes you need to be, I don't want to sound dirty, but you have to be a bit dirty. It's not that we don't wash ourselves.
There's good bacteria and bad bacteria. You've got the good bacteria, which when I was younger, they say you must wash your hair. Well, people that I was around, Edomites, wash your hair every day. No, you don't wash your hair every day.
That's not true. My mother used to tell me that as well. Don't wash it every day, because then you're washing out the natural oils.
Right.
Your hair has natural oils.
That's it. That's it.
Sometimes it takes 5 4. I remember when I used to have my hair plaited. Mom said, "Why are you washing it all the time? Don't wash it. Just wash it. Well, sometimes twice. Sometimes just twice or 3 times a week, and that's it. But when it comes to actually bathing and washing, obviously we wash ourselves.
If the water wasn't polluted, right, and you washed your hair every day, well, I know some names, but I don't want to put, we don't want to make them take down the video
Can't.
But certain waters is good for you. Certain waters is got too much bacteria in it, too much chemicals in it. If you wash too much with this water, you're gonna chlor up. You're gonna chlor this natural oils away from the body, your skin, because this water's got aluminium in it and all these other toxins that they've got in it. But certain waters, like if you used to go to another country where there is water, well water, and wash every day, you would be all right. You'd be all right, because it's adding to your body, not taking it away.
Right. Like Scotland. Scotland's got pure water, I believe.
Yeah, Scotland, Ireland, Ireland too. Certain places where they have, even when I went to Jamaica a little while back, we was getting the water from the well, man. You know.
I thought you were gonna say River Dun. You know about River Duns?
Oh, Duns River.
Duns River.
Yeah. They make
Duns
a lot.
River. Hey, that's all natural.
Yeah.
I remember when I was young, about 4 or 5 years old, it was just pouring down. Oh, it's beautiful. That's what we're gonna have in the kingdom.
That's right.
See, that's all natural.
On steroids. Not on no level that we can't even comprehend it, man. Probably you just drink one. If you used to get one glass of that water, I'm just thinking out the box now, from the kingdom, and drunk it now, you'd probably be on a high for for a long time. Can't put no limit, no number on it.
Let me see if I can find it.
Because it's pure.
Yeah, speak. Yeah, speak.
Yes, man. So we're getting, everything's defiled, which is a part of our curses, the curses that we're under, part of our punishment.
Okay.
Yeah, back to you.
Got something for you. This is Psalms 104. Okay, let's start at let's start at 5. Who laid the foundations of the earth? Okay, Yahushua, that it should not be removed forever. So this earth is here to stay. This earth ain't going anywhere. It's here to stay. The scriptures tell you in Ecclesiastes 1 and 4, the earth abideth forever. This earth has to be ruled in. Certain parts of the earth are going to be wiped out, beginning with Babylon. But this earth is here to stay. And even within that, that's a purifying process. Water purifies. Fire purifies. We're going to get straight to it. Thou coverest it with the deep, as with a garment. The water stood above the mountains. So what's he covering with the deep as a garment? The seas. I believe most of this world is covered by water. I can't tell you how much is a balance. What
they say
70%.
Yeah.
Or,
Right.
or the other way around with grass. I don't know what one it is, if it's 40% water.
Minority earth and majority water.
Yeah, so it's more grass, isn't it?
So there's more water. We're covered with more water than earth. Majority water than earth.
Right.
According to what's out there, the information that's out there. You know?
Yeah.
Don't quote me, but that's the information that's there to know. And even brothers, I've heard brothers saying it too. But the science say it, but I heard brothers saying it, so don't take my own.
And you gotta ask yourself as well, we're gonna get back to this, but you gotta ask yourself, why is the Most High covered most of the earth with water and grass? Because this is what he delights in. This is the natural habitat. We had buildings and all that, but this is our natural habitat. Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. The northern tribes, I believe I'm a Gadite. They knew how to survive off the land. Now, if you try doing it now, right, I'm going to leave the house, I'm going to leave the flat, you might be able to do it for a week, 2 weeks, then you might need to go back home. That's because the quality of man is just diminished over time.
Our mind's conditioned.
Yeah.
Bob Marley spoke about concrete jungle. I know all the lyrics of that song. I just learned it, but because it's true. You know, that was even before I knew the Bible. I knew the lyrics to that song. Every word in that song is true, man. Concrete jungle.
Right. We're so used to, I'm just going to tell you the truth. I'm so used to going to the store and buying something. The scripture say in Deuteronomy 28 and 68, we shall go to our enemies for the want of all things. You want bread. You want water. Where do we got to go? We got to go to East or any supermarkets. And the water is actually what in the bottles? Plastic bottles. And what does that plastic bottles cause? It causes estrogen, which is a female hormone. You wonder why men have got breasts, titties.
Yep.
A man ain't supposed to have titties. That's estrogen. So Esau, he could package water in aluminium, iron. He could do that. He could package it in what else? Brass.
Yeah.
But he's packaging it in plastic because he knows it destroys the man's reproduction system.
Yeah.
This man's a devil.
Used to be bottled water. Used to be glass bottles before plastic. I remember you used to go to the off license. You get anything you got from a bottle. When you made sure you keep the bottle. You take it back. Might get 2 pence. You know, which was a bit more them days. You get money for giving back the bottles.
Recycling.
Yeah, recycling. But now everything produced in mass and money saving. That's why the bottles. They're saying it's easier to just produce it in the plastic. But the science behind it is that it damages us. Yeah, they know that.
Where does the plastic go? That goes right back into the incinerators because you can't get rid of plastic. You can't. The only reason, the only how you can get rid of it if you burn it. And you see what happens when you burn plastic. Toxic. All that black stuff starts easing off it. It's toxic.
Yeah.
So Esau has now built incinerators. And that incinerators, what's it doing? Burning a hole into the ozone layer. Congratulations, Esau, devil. It just gets you mad. Everything this man does. At that rebuke, they fled. At the voice of the thunder, they hasted away. They go up to the mountains. They go down to the valleys unto a place which thou hast founded for them. Just speaking about the waters. Even mountains, there's a certain place in across the land that has mountains with waters upon it. But why did these mountains have waters upon them? That has set a bound, they have set a bound that they may not pass over. Even the waters have bounds. The bound is the shore. And never forget about the tsunami. Forgot where it was. Was it Hawaii?
Oh,
that one tsunami.
Yeah, that big tsunami. Tokyo, somewhere like that. One of them. Japan, I think it was Japan.
Was it Japan? I think it was. It might have been Hawaii. It wiped out
was
millions.
It? All right. I know that they had one in Japan though. They had quite a few. So whatever one you're talking about.
Yeah, I never forget that. So that was what the scripture says. They have set a bound for them that they might not pass over. So even the sea's got bounds. And I never forget. I know I mentioned this yesterday. Even when you go into Jamaica, and you see, even if you were to be on top of the seas, you have an aerial, and you're looking at it. You actually have lines in the sea. And that line is what? The deep and the shallow. Because I remember sometimes, because I'm a good swimmer, I could swim out far. I remember my father always telling me, don't go too far. As soon as you see the dark bit of the ocean, that's the deep. If brothers know, they know. So as soon as you see that deep bit of the sea, that darker bit, that's the deep. And you got that shallow bit. So even there's a dividing within the seas. And even in the seas, guess what? There's mountains in the seas. There's mountains that are bigger than, I was watching something, it was bigger than what, the Empire State Building. In the sea. That's great. See that? How can you not believe in there's a higher power? That's the higher power. And that they turn not again to cover the earth. So we see how that withdraws that tsunami. And speaking of that, what's there been floods? Germany. Where else?
Oh, Germany, Belgium, Netherlands.
Yeah, hit there, it's spreading.
India.
Spain.
Bloody hell.
India.
Can't
it's
keep
crazy.
up.
Russia.
Oh,
England. I was looking up.
China. Yeah.
Man,
Floods, man. Yeah.
that's the. If you got, these are the signs of the times. We're supposed to be excited. These are biblical proportions of floods. All these things are happening. It's exciting times. These are the signs of the times. I want to try to stop talking. I want to get into the scriptures, baby. I'm just excited. Baby, just a minute. He sendeth the springs into the valleys. The main point. The springs are the natural water. Natural. You have different springs. I think they're called glaciers. Some that shoot 100 foot. More than that. You actually have glaciers that shoot out water. Some toxic water. And I was watching. It's good to watch the Geographic Channel. And I had a little thing where the monkeys were in the glaciers bathing. Bubbles were in there. So the springs, what? Natural water. H2O. That's real H2O water is spring water.
Oh, HP.
That's what it's called?
Yeah.
That's the real water.
What's it called again?
Not all this rubbish that you're getting. You know what you're getting today? You know what Esau's giving you? Tap water, Thames water, it's just being filtered. All the rubbish, yes, that's what it is. That's why I don't drink tap water.
pH. Looks like a pH. That's it.
What does that stand for?
I'm just trying to get. I remember I knew it, man. It's something to do with really high. It really when you drink and you feel hydrated. Something to do with that, being very very high in hydrating. Because you got bleach, right? Because people get this confused, right? You don't want to get nothing over like 10 pH because that would be like bleach. You understand? That would purge you. That will purge out all that. It's like it cleans. So pH got something to do with something that's very very high in cleansing and cleaning. Something to do with that. But I'll have to look it up again to remind myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up as well. As the scripture says, study. You got to study to show ourselves approved. But you know what? We're only human. You know, we push to the best of our abilities.
You were saying about the waters, some of those spring waters, very high in pH.
Yeah, the spring waters.
Yeah.
They're the most natural on earth, and Esau knows that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm talking about them. It's like a tube.
Yeah.
A massive tube that shoots out all this water.
Yeah.
And it goes out into the lakes and it goes out into the mountains. That's the purest water you're gonna get. And Esau knows this. But there's still certain places on the earth that Esau has not been. You're thinking about the Amazon. Well, there's other places that Esau has not been because it's too bushy. You get lost. You get lost. A little bit more on this.